And now let's talk about Mookie Betts. So Mookie Betts, that was the trade that Dodger fans everywhere have been waiting for. A blockbuster move to bring in a top 5 elite talent, the 2018 AL MVP. He was supposed to put this team over the top. He was supposed to help this franchise win their first World Series since 1988. Well, now the fear amongst Dodger fans is that we may never see him in Dodger blue at Dodger Stadium. Yes, he played 8 spring training games, but after Friday's agreement between Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association, players are going to get a full year of service time. So Mookie Betts will enter a lucrative free agency market. Now the question is, will the Dodgers re-sign him? What will his market look like? And look, Mookie Betts has always been honest and forthright with his intentions. He wants to see what his value is on the open market. He will be entering free agency. But the first thing I want to say is if I'm the Los Angeles Dodgers, I don't regret this move at all. Look, you remember, they didn't give up Gavin Lux. They didn't give up Dustin May. Yes, Alex Verdugo is an elite prospect, but they kept most of the prospects that they deemed to be untouchable, and they brought in Mookie Betts to court him, to sign him long-term. And with the possibility of a canceled season, I think the Dodgers will be even more aggressive, more motivated to lock up Mookie Betts long-term. Look, they don't want to say, hey, we gave up Alex Verdugo, Jeter Downs, Connor Wong for 8 spring training games of Mookie Betts. They want to lock him up long-term, so don't lose sight of the fact of how excited you were 2 months ago. We were going crazy, Dodger fans everywhere. Look, this was my reaction when we made the move for Mookie.
I think they're excited.
So even considering the fact that we could lose this season, I still think it was a great move. I still think that Andrew Freeman and the Dodgers made the right move. Look, I'm giving them the pandemic pass. We're in unprecedented times. There was no way for them to know that this would happen. So the Dodgers, they made a move for a superstar. They made a move for a guy that they thought they could win the World Series with and potentially sign long-term and be one of the faces of this great franchise. Now, does Mookie Betts owe anything to the Dodgers? No. He earned his free agency. He will test the waters, but he entered this year fully engaged. He entered this season committed to winning a World Series, and Dave Roberts talked about it. Dave Roberts was on MLB radio, and he talked about Mookie Betts' impact on this Dodgers team.
And I think for Mookie, who's very private, very great worker, and I knew and talking to, and you vet guys and you talk to players and coaches about players, obviously, and, you know, knowing he's a great teammate, plays the game the right way, his acumen off the charts. The way he just took a lot of our young guys under their wing and had hosted a dinner at his place, got up in front of our guys and challenged us all in a good way. I thought that was really good. So just some of the things that I just get to see guys on the day-to-day work and see how guys gravitate toward him was really exciting.
So to me, that's big. For Mookie Betts to come in and assume that leadership role. Look, he didn't ask to be traded here, but he's come in, he's embraced the Dodgers, and the Dodgers, they're going to be faced with some tough decisions, but I think by trading for Mookie Betts, they've shown us where their priorities lie. By trading for Mookie Betts, they're telling us they want to win now, and yes, at some point, you're going to have to back up the Brinks truck for guys like Cody Bellinger, Walker Buehler, and Corey Seager. But look, we know the Dodgers know how to make money. The Dodgers generate revenue. It's just the allocation of that revenue that raises questions sometimes. And hey, put your money in Bellinger, Buehler, put your money in Seager and Mookie Betts, and I think we'll all be happy. Look, you sell 5 Micheladas, that'll pay for half of Mookie's salary to begin with. And if you're the Dodgers, you still want Mookie Betts to prove he's an elite talent. You want Mookie Betts to come in and be that 300 hitter that hits for power, that steals bases, that leads the league in runs. Imagine what he'll do in this lineup. Imagine what he'll do for Cody Bellinger. So Mookie Betts comes in and he has an elite season, then you pay him that money. Now, if you don't get to see him at all, then maybe what do you say? Look, if you're a billionaire, you still test drive your Bentley before you buy it, and the Dodgers would like to see how he plays with this lineup. Does he have chemistry with this lineup? Does he play well under Dave Roberts? Is he that leader in the postseason? Those are all questions the Dodgers would have. And it would be great to get some of those answers. Look, I want to see, why did he only have 16 stolen bases last year after having 25 for the previous 3 seasons? Last year he hit 295, hit 29 home runs, but I want to see if he can start to replicate that success that he had in 2018. Can we get 2018 AL MVP Mookie Betts? I want to see that because, hey, in 2017 he hit 264. So we need a true sample size of Mookie Betts if you're going to spend $300+ million. And if I'm the Dodgers, I would consider signing him long-term under the right parameters. But how about a 1-year deal? Maybe a 1-year, $35 million deal, and then you get a full season to see how he plays, and then you start negotiations on a 10-year deal upwards of $300+ million. But hey, I want to see how Major League Baseball is going to respond with all this revenue loss. How many teams out there are going to be willing to spend on Mookie Betts? We know the Yankees, they have a crowded outfield. Yes, the Padres were interested. Yes, the Giants, they were interested in Bryce Harper. They're a team that could make a splash on Mookie. But I think ultimately baseball will be back this year. I don't know how many games we're going to get. Is it going to be 5 games? Is it going to be 105 games? Will we get close to 162? I have no idea. But we'll see how Mookie Betts will play. And I think you're going to be very surprised with how generous of an offer this ownership group and Andrew Freeman is going to throw at Mookie Betts. I think they're very serious about locking him up long term. This trade was not a bad trade. This was not a Pedro Martinez for Delino DeShields level trade.
He's not going to be fine ever!
Now, as far as negotiations go, I don't think it's going to be a major factor for Mookie Betts as far as re-signing with the Dodgers. Look, if the money's there, he's going to probably go where the money's at. If a team is offering $50 million more than the Dodgers are, I don't think Mookie Betts is going to sit there and say, oh, they traded for me, the season got canceled, I feel bad, I'm going to sign that hometown discount. But let's say it's close, let's say he likes the franchise, let's say he likes the city, I think everything will come into play when it comes to re-signing with the Los Angeles Dodgers. But don't kid yourself. With all these massive mega deals, it's always about the money. It's going to be money, Mookie. Whoever offers him the most money, that's likely where he'll end up. So if they throw enough moolah at Mookie, he'll end up being a Dodger. But let me know down in the comments, will Mookie Betts sign long-term with the Los Angeles Dodgers? Should the Dodgers sign Mookie Betts long-term? Let me know right down below in the comments. And for all the hottest Dodgers content in the game, head over to DodgersNation.com.